Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time being here, kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking story coming out of Burkina Faso, a nation in West Africa that's been making headlines for its bold moves under its young leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Recently, Traoré announced the launch of mobile hospitals. Yes, you heard that right. Vehicles designed to bring healthcare directly to the people, no matter where they are in the country. This could be a game changer for Burkina Faso, and it's got the world talking. So, what's the story behind this initiative? Why does it matter? And what does it say about Traore's leadership? Stick around as we break it all down for you. Let's start with some context. Burkina Faso, a landlocked country in the Sahel region of West Africa, has been facing some serious challenges. For years, it's been grappling with a brutal insurgency linked to groups like Al-Qaeda and the Islamic State. This violence has displaced over 2 million people, half of them children, and left entire communities cut off from basic services like healthcare. Add to that a history of political instability with 2 coups in 2022 alone, and you've got a nation in desperate need of innovative solutions. Enter Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the 36-year-old military leader who seized power in September 2022, making him the world's youngest head of state at the time. Traoré came to power promising to tackle Burkina Faso's security crisis and lift its people out of poverty. He's a polarizing figure. Some see him as a revolutionary hero, others as just another junta leader clinging to power. But one thing's for sure, he's not afraid to shake things up. And this mobile hospital initiative? It's one of his boldest moves yet. So what exactly are these mobile hospitals? Picture this: fully equipped medical vehicles, think ambulances on steroids, loaded with doctors, nurses, and supplies, roaming the country to deliver care where traditional hospitals can't reach. It's healthcare on wheels, and it's designed to meet the needs of a population scattered by conflict and hardship. Now, details are still trickling in, but posts on the media and some local reports suggest that Traoré ordered these mobile units to ensure that even the most remote villages get access to proper medical treatment. This isn't just a band-aid solution, it's a strategic push to address a healthcare system that's been stretched thin by years of turmoil. Burkina Faso's rural areas, in particular, have suffered from a lack of infrastructure. Clinics are few and far between, and with roads often unsafe due to insurgent attacks, getting to a hospital can be a life-or-death gamble. These mobile units could change that, bringing everything from vaccinations to emergency surgeries right to people's doorsteps. But why mobile hospitals, and why now? To answer that, we need to look at Traoré's bigger vision. Since taking power, he's been vocal about making Burkina Faso self-reliant. He's kicked out French troops, cozied up to Russia, and pushed for sovereignty over the country's resources. This mobile hospital project fits that narrative. It's a homegrown solution to a pressing problem, one that doesn't rely on foreign aid or intervention. And let's not forget the timing. With over 2 million displaced people and a humanitarian crisis, dubbed by aid groups as the world's most neglected, Traoré's under pressure to show results. This could be his way of proving he's not just talking, but acting as well. So how's this being received? On the ground, there's a mix of hope and skepticism. Posts on the media from Burkina Faso and beyond have been buzzing about the launch. One user wrote, as I quote, "This is a first for Africa. Captain Traoré is showing what real leadership looks like." Another called it a step toward dignity for the Burkinabe people. But not everyone's sold. Some critics argue it's a flashy distraction from deeper issues, like the fact that violence has actually worsened under Traoré's watch, with massacres like the one in Barcelona last year leaving hundreds dead. Others question whether these mobile units can be sustained in a country strapped for cash, with an external debt topping $10 billion. Let's talk logistics for a second. We don't have exact numbers yet. How many vehicles, how much it's costing, or where they're being sourced from. But the idea is ambitious. Burkina Faso isn't the first to try mobile healthcare. Countries like India and Kenya have used similar setups for years. But in a conflict zone like this, it's a whole different ballgame. These units will need fuel, security, and trained staff, all in a place where resources are scarce and roads can be deadly. If Traoré pulls this off, it could set a precedent for other nations in the Sahel facing similar crises. Now let's zoom out a bit. This move isn't just about healthcare. It's about Traore's image. He's positioning himself as a man of action, a leader who delivers where others have failed. And it's resonating beyond Burkina Faso. Across West Africa, where frustration with Western influence is growing, Traore's become a symbol of defiance. His appearance at Ghana's presidential inauguration in January 2025, holstered pistol and all, drew cheers from the crowd. The launch of these mobile hospitals only adds to that narrative. But here's the flip side. If this fails, if the trucks break down, or the insurgency disrupts operations, it could undermine his credibility at a time when he's already dodging coup attempts and public unrest. So what's next? Well, the success of this initiative will depend on execution. Can Traore secure the funding and manpower to keep it running? Will the mobile hospitals actually reach the people who need them most? And how will this play into his broader goal of stabilizing Burkina Faso? We'll be keeping an eye on this story as it develops, because it's not just about healthcare. It's about the future of a nation and the legacy of a leader who's betting big on bold ideas. Since assuming the presidency of Burkina Faso in September 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traore has implemented a series of initiatives aimed at enhancing national sovereignty, economic self-reliance, and cultural identity. His administration's efforts encompass various sectors, including defense, economy, agriculture, infrastructure, and foreign policy. Strengthening national defense. Under President Traore's leadership, the Burkinabe military has undergone significant reforms to bolster its capabilities. Formation of Special Rapid Intervention Brigades. These units are equipped with advanced protective gear and enhanced firepower to effectively combat terrorism and safeguard national sovereignty. Acquisition of advanced military equipment. The government has procured drones and aircraft from Turkey and Russia, enhancing surveillance and combat operations against insurgent groups. Economic diversification and industrial development. To reduce dependency on external entities and promote local industries, several key projects have been initiated. Gold refinery establishment. In 2024, Burkina Faso inaugurated its first gold refinery, extracting 93 kilograms of gold from 142 tons of mining residues, thereby retaining more value within the country. Nationalization of gold mines. The government successfully nationalized 2 major gold mines for $80 million, resolving legal disputes and asserting control over valuable resources. Tomato processing plants. 2 tomato processing facilities were established to boost local agriculture and reduce reliance on imported goods. Agricultural modernization. Recognizing agriculture's pivotal role, the administration has implemented measures to enhance productivity. Provision of equipment. Distribution of over 400 tractors, 239 tillers, 710 motor pumps, and 714 motorcycles to support farmers and improve agricultural efficiency. Increased production. Between 2022 and 2024, tomato production rose from 315,000 to 360,000 metric tons, millet from 907,000 to 1.1 million metric tons, and rice from 280,000 to 326,000 metric tons. Infrastructure development. Efforts to improve national infrastructure include road construction and upgrades, development of new roads, widening existing ones, and transitioning gravel roads to paved surfaces to enhance connectivity. Ouagadougou-Danson Airport. Construction of a new airport, expected to handle 1 million passengers annually upon completion in 2025, aiming to boost trade and tourism. Cultural and judicial reforms. In a move to promote cultural identity and reduce colonial influences. Judicial attire reform. Judges have replaced colonial-era wigs and gowns with traditional Burkinabe attire made from local cotton, reflecting national pride and autonomy. Foreign policy and national sovereignty. President Traore's administration has taken decisive steps to assert Burkina Faso's sovereignty. Expulsion of French military presence. The government expelled French troops and suspended certain French media outlets, signaling a shift towards greater autonomy. Strategic alliances. Strengthen ties with nations such as Russia, Iran, and Turkey, diversifying international partnerships and reducing reliance on former colonial powers. challenges, and ongoing efforts. Despite these achievements, Burkina Faso continues to face security challenges. Insurgent attacks. In August 2024, a jihadist attack in Barcelona resulted in significant civilian casualties, underscoring the ongoing threat of extremist violence. President TRAORE'S administration remains committed to addressing these challenges through continued military reforms and community engagement to restore peace and stability. In summary, President IBRAHIM Traore's tenure has been marked by efforts to strengthen national defense, healthcare system, promote economic self-reliance, enhance cultural identity, and assert sovereignty on the international stage. While significant progress has been made, ongoing challenges necessitate sustained efforts to ensure lasting peace and development in Burkina Faso. That's all for today, folks. What do you think? Could these mobile hospitals be the lifeline Burkina Faso needs? Or are they just a flashy promise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay out of trouble.